Sanyo Beta perfection. Let's crack on. Hello and welcome to another MrBetaByte video, and this one's a little bit different insofar as we're looking at a VTC-M40. Now I think I looked at this quite some time ago and I think I also did a video on it, so if I did I'll put a card up and possibly a link in the description as well. Yeah, this one is unusual insofar as it has an intact flap, which is something you don't see very often. I know we did work on another one of these where the tracking control was bad, but from memory, if it's the machine I'm thinking it is perfect on this machine. The main reason I think it is a machine I've worked on is it's actually got one of my mains plugs on it. So yeah. Anyway, I suppose we ought to give it a test. Let's crack on. So let's put tape in. I always find them a bit ponderous, these, pushing the tape in. So let's fast forward. Rewind. Play. Oh, there's another plug in there. Yeah, unfortunately this tape has got damaged. It was actually perfect, but yeah, I've used it quite a lot. It's tracking right, comes in at that top end. Tracking left, oh, picture disappears. So, yeah. It's obviously a bit of wear there, but it's not bad. Yeah, I suppose we ought to take the top off and have a look. Yeah, just wondering. I'm sure I did look at this machine. Anyway, yeah, let's crack on. So this is a bit of an odd one. I just can't remember. You'll probably know before I do if I find the video on it. And yeah, it has telltale signs there. Look, I've put heatsink compound on the STK. I'm sure I did the belts in this. Yeah, there's a new idler in there with an E-clip. I think that's one of my E-clips as well, possibly. So that's good. It does need a dust out. It's quite dusty. I don't know what's happened to the top cover either. Underneath it's sort of got, well, it's almost like the galvanizing has failed. It's just odd that it's just there, and like in a block there, it's like when it's been produced, it's been compromised somehow. It's a bit weird all through there though. It's really weird because the top of it's absolutely perfect. It has actually had a repair. I've just covered phone number, details, some of the details with the toothbrush. But 28th of March 2000. So yeah, but I just don't remember it. I just do not remember this machine. So I think what I'll do, we'll get this cover lifted and dust it out, check it through, and take it from there. Let's crack on. So it's looking pretty good. Could do with a good clean on the lacing ring. Belt looks very good. Idler, like I said, I've done the idler. Well, someone has. I'm still not sure I worked on this. There's another sort of head okay and cleaned. So I really don't know. I just don't have much recollection of this machine. But yeah, I'll give it dust out anyway, and we'll give it the deck a clean and take it from there. The lacing gear is really quite dirty. Actually, it's greased, so that's fine. Yeah, it's just grease, so that's fine. The belt looks okay. Actually looks a little bit fat, a little bit too thick, but it's fine. I was driving fine, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, so let's crack on. So I'm a bit intrigued taking this off because there's some red sort of stuff. And, well, I'm none the wiser. I thought there was going to be some sort of spillage or something. No, it's just a bit of red. Looks like paint, interestingly. And some there. There. Really weird. I don't know quite what that's all about. But anyway, I'll get that off, and it's all nice and clean, that's for sure, so that's nice. I'm not sure if I had to take the bottom board off for some reason. Can't remember. I'm still not convinced I worked on it, but anyway, let's crack on. That's better. Let's crack on. So let's see where we're up to. Let's plug it in. And oh, not giving it long enough. There we go. Oh, I've turned it off. Ooh. Interesting. So I wonder if it was sort of in an error condition because I'd manually wound this on. It just refused to let me turn it on. I'll take it out of standby. So I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it seems fine. So just see how we go. And not very well. We seem to have oh no. Yeah, no, it seems okay. I think with a bit of use, I think it'll be absolutely fine. So, yeah, let's put it back together and crack on, I suppose. It's all back together, bar putting the top back on, which the inside's just drying. I've put some anti-rust paint on it just to stop it going any further. It's just really weird how it's just got rust in those few areas. I think it must have just been a bad galvanizing process at the factory. Who knows? Just really weird because the rest of it's really good. Transformer's a little bit noisy at first, but I've tightened the screws down. It was actually quite loose, and that seems to have quietened it down. So I'll take that. Obviously all dusted out. and it's working well. It's not the best recording, to be honest. It's just low signal reception recordings that I'm trying as another tape. It's just not very good. So yeah, with that, I think we are about there. Obviously, I'll give it a good run, give it a good test, and intrigued by this long spring here, because that doesn't actually... Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. Don't think I ever noticed this had a long spring on that side.
Yes, not only is everything reduced, everything's free for a year too. Take 3 years free credit and pay nothing for the first year. We're even doubling the sale discount on many items.
This leather settee is only $598. This settee is only $499.
Sale prices, double discount, 3 years free credit, and everything free for a year. From today, including New Year's Day at DFS.
The new special edition Renault Clio Biarritz is the perfect partner in both town and country. It not only boasts a wealth of glamorous touches, but also comes with both 1 year's free insurance and 0% finance. Yet it costs a positively charming $7,895 on the road.
Papa?
So ask your Renault dealer about the Clio Biarritz. It's twice the fun.
I finished the other video, or the previous section that you've just been watching, and thought, yeah, nice quick video, everything's great. But I tested this machine, and the heads are really worn, to be fair, which is a real shame. But we do have this machine. Now, we did work on this a while back, and basically, electronically and mechanically, it's great, except for the clock. The VFD is really dull. Cosmetically, it's missing the switch there for the record mode. So level or auto, so you can set the level. Obviously we're missing the flap, and also the tracking control was very noisy. Now I was going to take that apart and actually try and clean it. I did try and source something that might be a good replacement, but nah, it wasn't really happening. Couldn't really find anything that would be a good match. So I was going to take it apart and clean it, and to be fair, somebody did mention that in the comments as well as being a good way. They'd found it was a good way to get it working again. But what I'm going to do, because I've got two now, one is really, well, they're both really good in their own way, but I'd like to get this one 100%. So I'm going to make one good out of the two, and then the second one I will try and get some heads, and we'll get that working properly. There is a problem with this one as well, that you can probably see. They should be displaying exactly the same thing, which is the tape counter. This one, it is just the digits. This one, you can see I've got start, stop, AM, PM, and to week 2 showing on the display on this one. This has some sort of bleed going on with the driver chip for the clock, and yeah, again, it's going to make it a bit interesting, because I need to take the VFD off this one, put it on this one. Tracking control, easy, that's easy, transfer that. But obviously the clock chip is not great on this, so I'm going to have to find one of those as well. And I am actually after the whole panel. If anybody's got a whole panel, I have another one of these. It's the US NTSC version, where previously it got damaged in transit, and the rest of the machine is really lovely. The cabinet's a bit broken, but we can work around that. But the front panel got totally smashed, so I need to sort of replace that and the knobs and everything for that. So with that long introduction to this segment, let's crack on. probably going to be quite a bit of noise in this one because I'm running an HDV deck, which will feature in a future video. It was supposed to be this Saturday's actually, but we do have an issue with it that I'm hoping it will clear itself. Yeah, but it will all be explained in a future video. So yeah, got these side by side, so I suppose we ought to take this apart. And we'll take the front cover off. And I think, although this is actually really nice, this front cover, the other one has got a few scratches on it, so I may well try and transfer the door without breaking it, if I can help it. And I think this should just pull off, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly very tidy, so we'll look at that. And yes, that seems to have come adrift a bit. Let's take that off because it needs to come off anyway. Then, can't remember, does it just unclip from the bottom? You want to pull that off. Oh, slipped. There's a little physically insulating part there. How do I want to do this? Probably from up the top. Let's move that out of the way. Should slide back. A little bit of gentle persuasion. One part of it has. Oh, the board slipped. There we go. I don't know whether I had to take that off or not, really, to be fair, because I should just be able to unplug from the bottom there, and that'll be enough. So take that off. Sliders fall off, of course. Oh, we have actually got a broken switch on there. Yeah, I'd sort of forgotten that. Oh, where does that go? Right, lovely. Rubber's come off there a bit, so that's fine. All the coating. Okay, so need to swap over this switch and this VFD, and then we should be somewhere near, I think, with that. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's crack on. I'll do the other one, I won't show that. Yeah, let's crack on. Well, the second panel's off, and this thing was really difficult. It just would not come off. It's like it's never actually been taken off. Whereas the other one was really sort of sloppy and floppy, and yeah, but a bit weird that. But yeah, so I suppose we ought to get transferring some bits and pieces. It's back together and looking great actually. It was a bit of a fiddle getting these in, I have to say, especially this one just kept wanting to get caught as I put the front panel back on. But anyway, let's power it up, see how good or bad it is. So far so good. Very good actually. Super. Display's lovely. There we go. So I have already done the belts and the idler, did that in the first part of trying to resurrect this machine, so excellent. So let's press play. Nothing as yet. We've got audio, why haven't we got video? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, so we've got a bit of a dodgy socket on the back. Yeah, so I'll fix that. That's simple enough. Well, it's to do with this. So this isn't me. Or is it just purely? I think it's actually the BNC adapter. So yeah, it's just very loose. But that's looking absolutely brilliant. VU meters are working fine. Tracking left. Tracking right. This comes in there. That's perfect. So much better than the other. Like I said, the other one, the heads were just totally shot, to be honest. Let's go back to clock. Yeah, that's working as it should, which is great. So, I will just double check that socket's okay, but I'm sure it'll be fine once I put the other BNC connector on. And I need to put some heatsink compound on there just to make sure that's fine. I've dusted it out pretty well already. But yeah, just give that a test and we should be good to go. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a little bit cobbled together, this video, because obviously I decided to make the one out of the two. So yeah, it is what it is then. We've got a lovely machine out of it, which is what I wanted. Ultimately, I just wanted a good M40. So yes, lots more to come, lots more on Sanyos as well, Sanyo Betamax machines, or Betacords. So like and subscribe would be absolutely fantastic, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.
The 3-2-1 offer from Nissan. Buy a new Micra, Almera or Primera now and you'll get 3 years warranty free, 2 years servicing free and 1 year's insurance free. You could save around £900. See your local Nissan dealer for details.
I do what I want to do. I run because it matters to me and because I want to win. You're only as good as your last race. I'm in good shape. How good? Wicked. You'll have to wait and see.
Christie versus Bailey over 150 metres. Live Sunday 6:30 on 4.